Hello, everyone. We have a bit of an update. It turned out that we were having a discussion with some clients, and some interesting information came up about CI Atlas and Swan, which is also another unidentified object that's flying towards the Earth. And well, it's identified, but origin and all that is not really sourced out yet. And so Peter started to reveal some information that he was aware of. But also, there's information that we've been talking about for a couple of months now called the colony. And we haven't really shared this information because some of these people want to be more private. The colony is a place where they're sending people. And Peter said it was the largest moon on Jupiter, which is Ganymede. But I believe that we've already talked about Callisto Protocol, and we've also talked about Europa and there's other moons there too that are being utilized. And so we're trying to get down to the origin of who these people are or beings are and what they're doing here. And at first, Peter said that they were neutral. Those that were coming in through CI Atlas were neutral, and I had a feeling it was more than that. So now we dig in a little deeper after learning about the colony. And then also this person named Jack Collins that Peter's been talking about as well, who's causing a lot of problems for many assets. And say he's working with this agency within the US government and said, even to go further, saying that they're the founders of it. And people are asking why there isn't disclosure. Well, maybe they're living amongst us, kind of like that movie They Live. I know that some people outside of the community, they don't understand and they think, this is a hoax. This is whatever. That's fine. But if you really step back and think about it and the behavior, why are there so many people that are so insensitive to humanity and the existence of human life or any kind of living things? Then you start to get a little closer to that there are others that are in control that have less of an interest with what's going on with humanity. Also, how it has personally impacted our community. And so there are already not only attempts, but successes of taking down some of our assets, or those that were here to be super soldiers and to protect the planet. And so those are the first targets. Once those are down, they would probably move on to something else. So that's why I could say red alert or amber alert, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to bring this to people's attention. We recently went on a mission out to the west, and we also talked about something that was related to California and also Joshua Tree. So we're going to get into that as well, and that's why I have this background. Um, you're going to see how this all links together. So here's part of our conversation. I am not including the individual who we did the session with where this information came out because they are very private and they have personal reasons. And I will respect that privacy. But Peter's words are Peter's words. And so we just extracted the part that was relevant to the community. So with that said, here we go.
Okay, so it is biochemical AI-driven warfare. Mix of Arcturian and Zeta.
Well, of course.
Yeah, Zeta. Yeah, yeah.
So this is maybe Serpo that's close to him.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Well, how come we never heard about Collins until recently and also like because he's connected also to the colony, right? Collins
Because
colony.
the family was in another reality.
When did they come through? Just like a couple months ago?
Mm-hmm. They came back. Or true, call it as you like.
Are they also connected to Swan?
Yeah.
Are they connected to the Three Eye Atlas? And there's also a Swan one that's coming in. Is that them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fucking
You
problem.
said that they were coming here to just observe.
Huh? It is, it is.
So he came in and then took over DARPA
Hmm.
and then and has been targeting us in particular, sounds like. Did they did Collins have something to do with James Rink's death?
It is as it is. Correct.
Anyone else that he's targeting?
Not according our knowledge.
Why would he choose James?
Don't ask me, I'm just saying.
Is he trying to make a statement? Like, you know how people like
Yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying it is the
like
shit.
you know how mafia does that? They'll like they'll kill
No,
someone
no, no,
just
no, no. I understand what you are saying. And that was his statement, yeah, correct.
so the Three Eye Atlas beings are actually really bad then.
Yeah, definitely. Why?
You said that they were neutral, but you didn't know what they were going to do.
That's the biggest concern, my biggest concern, yeah.
And how many are there? How many
I
did
really
they
don't.
have like a military group or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
how many you think are
I,
related?
I, I don't know. We don't know technically.
Does it look like a whole army came in or what?
I swear to God, I don't know.
So you didn't even see him come in. He just came in
Nope.
and the ACIO didn't see anything.
Nope.
If I post this publicly, like I don't want to contradict anything that you want to say. Um, they saying that this has a fuzzy atmosphere of ice. So you were talking about Antarctica. So they're used to the ice. Three Eye Atlas. And a guy by the name of Avi Loeb,
Mm-hmm.
I think is he Israeli or I don't know
Yeah,
where he's
yeah.
from.
Avi is typical male name for people from Jewish community. Huh?
Do you know him? Is he working with the ACIO or is he just
Nope. Why?
he's an independent scientist
Mm?
or astronomer, I'll say.
Astronomer. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know him at all?
No,
Okay. Um, he's very interested in Three Eye Atlas,
that's fucking crazy.
but he's legitimate. Is he helping people by talking about this?
Definitely yes. Why?
Recent observations at in Alma, I guess, Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array in Chile, they found both gaseous methanol and hydrogen cyanide, a cyanide, important precursors for the formation of life. So that's has a form of humanoid or some kind of solid existence, right?
Yeah,
That they found on there.
correct.
But the icy part made me think about Antarctica or oh look at separate observations by European space agencies, Jupiter icy moons, explorer
Man,
JUICE spacecraft last month revealed surprising amounts of activity and was being heated up by the sun, losing mass in the form of sublimating ices. We were just talking about the Jupiter. This is where they're coming from, right? From the
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter moons at Ganymede we were talking about yesterday. That's what we talked about yesterday, that it was Ganymede was the moon where the colony is.
Giorno.
So Avi Loeb called this the Black Swan event. It is related to the Comet C / 2025 R2 Swan.
Jeez.
It's an anti-solar tail, a black swan event hinting extraterrestrial technology, even as the scientific community largely sees it as a natural comet with interesting traits. It is an anti-solar tail which points towards the sun, unlike normal comets. That's
Mm-hmm.
the swan. Loeb uses this term for swan because its unexpected properties could signify something transformative, alien tech, but with low probability despite conventional views. Most scientists believe Swan is a natural comet, albeit with unique characteristics, but Loeb continued to push for serious considerations of a potential artificial origin. And he was the Galileo project led by Loeb in monitoring such objects for definitive signs of non-natural origin. So it sounds like he's identifying, and so do you agree with him, Peter, that this is accurate information?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you don't know him because he sounds like he's doing a good job in covering this information. The closest approach of Swan to Earth would be at a distance of 39 million kilometers. The orbital period of Swan around the sun. He has all this information. Um, as soon as I learned about Swan, I was curious whether it might have originated from 3I Atlas, either as a fragment that broke off from a natural icy rock or as a scout released by a technological mothership at a large distance. However,
Interesting.
my brilliant collaborator, Peter Veras, his name is Peter, confirmed that the arrival directions of the two objects are very different. Swan originated on this encounter from the direction of the Aquarius constellation on the sky, whereas 31 Atlas arrived from the Sagittarius constellation in the direction of the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And although both constellations overlap with the ecliptic plane of the planets around the sun, they are separated by 10 of degrees of the sky.
That's fucking crazy.
There's someone named Oli Swan co-writes with Robbie Williams, included the recent hit Lost. Oli has a new solo song for his future releases, Aliens Are Real, which I thought would interest you for the usage, especially with the 3I Atlas mystery. Just as a quick reminder that we had actually done a whole discussion on the TV series Lost because it was related directly to Swan. And so now we have Oli Swan saying he wrote a song called Lost. And it's all connected, and I wouldn't be surprised if he too is connected to this Swan comet that we were talking about. And more information is coming through. I mean, I heard someone asking a question about the program of Swan. It's not a program. It is an invasion of a colony that has come on the earth and is influencing things, and they show up or they leave throughout the history of the earth. And they preceded the earth, and or they've time traveled way far back. I'm not really sure, but they're not human. And as Peter said earlier, they are of Zeta, Arcturian, and connected to Project Serpo. So they're quite a mix of people. And the problem we had is we were threatened. I think it was Derek and Daniel and myself were threatened not to go to Luxembourg, where apparently they're there, and also in Siberia, that they've taken residence, but now they seem to have extended out to many other regions, including the US government. So, am I correct in saying invasion? I guess we'll soon find out. Okay, this is the Boogosphere. It's from Colombia. They're calling it a hoax now, some people. So what is this code on it, Peter? And
Don't
these
know, to be honest with
triangles?
you.
It's like a half moon. It's almost like the crescent moons. This right here looks like a computer chip.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the language around here, Peter, what would you call that language that they have?
This is ancient Sumerian.
Yeah. So someone got a hold of this. So these beings that are coming in, this group from the colony, right? That's coming in with CI Atlas and Swan. And then they're introducing this stuff to destabilize our world so then they can do what? Take over and manipulate what's happening here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So we could clearly say that they are not of a positive group.
Definitely not.
And then they infiltrated DARPA.
Oh, yeah.
And God knows what else they've infiltrated. Maybe
No, no, no,
leaders
no, no.
at
You
this
are
point.
not right. They don't infiltrate. They created DARPA. That's goddamn fucking different.
Ch- All right, so then they went back in time and created.
This is it what I'm talking about.
Okay. So uh they're all of them are Arcturian slash Zeta slash Serpo connected.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Yeah.
collaborated with them thinking that they were positive.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
now they're bringing in more through these
That's the problem.
and then we can't see them, right? We can't um see all their activities. Like they could have already, touched Earth, all came out of the ship, and we won't see it because they cloak it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that artifact that we saw yesterday, we were talking about yesterday that we saw at Joshua Tree,
Oh
that
yeah, I
object
know,
with all
I
the
know, I
bodies,
know, I know.
that's from them as well.
Yeah, correct.
Well, I guess if we publicly share some of this information, people will become more aware of it. Those are the
It
super
was
soldiers. If they listen, then they immediately get into action, and some of them will contact me and tell me what happens. Yeah. I saw the word invasion somewhere. Invasion. It might have been when there was t-shirts or something that said invasion over in Joshua Tree. So we have to have a plan of action. I mean, these are not typical beings, right? They've been here before though,
They are older than Earth.
but they're a hybrid though of the Arcturians
Hmm?
and Zetas.
Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, as you said. Yeah.
And where were they living? They were living on the Jupiter moons or on Jupiter?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ganymede?
Oh,
Ganymede,
most of the moons, yeah.
Ganymede,
As
Europa,
I said, please, most of the moons.
Callisto.
Once again, most of the moons, I don't know where they were not.
Well, they must have been involved with the Callisto Protocol and the Black Iron
Oh
Prison.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so we're starting to get an idea of. So, was it Butcher Bay? Are they over at Butcher Bay too?
Just by the way, correct. Hmm. It is as it is.
So they're imprisoning humanity over there.
Yeah,
But you didn't know the whole extent of everything that they were doing, is that?
definitely not. Believe me, definitely not.
So I just want to mention to the public that I believe that Jack Collins is a pseudonym. I don't believe that's his actual name. Kind of like when we talk about Heather Shaw or Paul Serene or, they obviously are, I say, housed or inside someone's, in a human form somewhere, but they're malleable. These are entities. They can go in and out. They can shapeshift. They can do all sorts of crazy things, but it's the influence of what they have and what they can do and how they are impacting our world. And so for them to be in agencies, it's very, very likely. Everything that Peter said to me was very credible in a sense, as far as the details of, oh, you can find this individual at this location. It's not something that we would discuss or encourage anyone to go research regarding, like, showing up somewhere. It's very dangerous to do something like that and not just to imply that that certain individual is there, but that individual is there, but not in a way that is very transparent. And I need to clarify that because when we deal with certain things, we're not encouraging anyone to actually go out and take up arms or battle or anything like that. All of this is done in the other realities where these things are taking place. And this is the bleed through that we're experiencing, the after effect of it. So I need to clarify that part. Um, I want people to fully understand. The other thing too is this artifact that was seen over in the Joshua Tree. We didn't personally see it, but interesting, the article came up that right around the time when we were there, maybe a day after or something like that. And the things that they said was there weren't any tire tracks. They don't know where it came from. The image looked like it had been dug in, like it had been there for a long time. Um, the uh, the carvings were grotesque, uh, human bodies wrapped around alien, cyborg, or like the movie Alien, and other kinds of different types of ETs and humans intertwined, and kind of a hellish, demonic effect, and this strange eye that was in the front. So there are video games. There's suspected that video game companies have, put that out there and are then denying that they put it out there, but it's related to one of their games and it's a promotion. Sure, anything could be, but it did look, like I said, pretty dug in, or it could, you know, be something else. We'll share the footage regarding it. But what Peter said is something that I thought too, is there was this ominous presence at a certain point when I got to these rocks, and I did get a feeling of like cannibal-like energies. It was really bad. It was dark. So when I saw that, I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense to me. It made a lot of sense to me. Could they have something like that? It was almost like those pillars that they had, those metallic pillars that were showing up in different places. People didn't know where they came from. They were just sort of placed there. They were creating frequencies. And then in some cases, they just disappeared in the same way. It could be that they're there, they've always been there, and then suddenly the veil opens up that we could see it. There's a bleed through of it. So that too is the other possibility. But what I'm saying is that there's this presence and whether that's coming from them that they're warning us. This is the reason why I called it an invasion. There's something else to this that we need to not ignore, and especially if, for whatever reason, of all groups, that we happen to be the one of interest. So it's my responsibility to share it with the public or share it with the community in particular. Not to be in fear, not to be in warrior mode in a sense that you're doing anything rash or irresponsible publicly, but to be guarded and go into your super soldier mode that takes place in the other realities where it's needed, because we're just seeing the effects of the bleed through here. So that said, um, please leave comments below. I'll try to explain whatever I can and whatever I do find out further about it. I'm grateful for Peter to having that he has this knowledge. He obviously shares the information that he knows that we can deal with, but will not put us in a situation that will compromise us any further. And so we need to operate, collaboratively, effectively, not trying to manipulate or cut off anyone or anything like that, because um, obviously this has been going on for a while. I've experienced a lot of the scalar hits as well. And Peter referred to the client that we talked to today. He said this was a biochemical AI-driven warfare. So we're in another place right now. But we are now more informed, and with knowledge, we can do something about it. So, thank you for listening.